CSGs, man. We got. What's happening, everybody? What's happening, everybody? Appreciate you for joining us over here at the Chop Shop, baby. How y'all doing? How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? It's good to see everybody out there. Good to see everybody with us. Let's get it. Let's get it. This is the Rockets post game. Man, I've been missing y'all, man. I've been missing y'all, man. I've been having some things going on, man. How I sound? How I sound? Mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me out there? Can y'all hear me out there? Let me know. Audio good. All right, all right, all right. Had to give me a new microphone. Had to give me a new microphone. But man, yes, y'all. The Rockets are so man, we good this year, man. We good this year. We good. Had some stuff going on, but hey, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Should be back pretty, consistent now. Had some things going on with my job and stuff. Working late, but gotta feed the fam. We gotta feed the fam. But hey man, I've been going back watching the games. I've been going back, I couldn't watch them all at the regular time, so I've been going back watching them, bruh. It hurts to see that we're down Jabari, we're down Tari, but this team doesn't miss a beat. This team got heart. We come to play every day, every game we come to play. We carry our lunch pail. We carry our lunch pail and we just get the job done. Tonight we went up against the number 3 seed who was coming up on us for the number 2 seed, but we had already beat them twice. So it looks like we got a chance to sweep them within the next week. See if we can go 4-0 against the Memphis Grizzlies. Tonight was a nail biter. Tonight was a game that you love to see your young guys step up and play. Matter of fact, hey, y'all still trying to trade Jaylen Green? Anybody in here still trying to trade Jaylen Green? I didn't think so. I didn't think so. The man have been on a tear lately. I'm want to say like the last 6-7 games, the dude's been averaging like 25, 26 points a game. The dude's been on another level. He's been doing against good teams. Hopefully he shook all that off. Looks like he is in post All-Star break form, but it came a little earlier this year. And Jalen Green has been spectacular. He carried us this game. I want to say for the most part, all the way like 3.5 quarters, the dude was carrying us. He matched his uh, career high tonight with 42 points. He went bucket for bucket with Ja when Ja seemed like Ja was going to put it away. He went bucket for bucket with Bane when it seems like Bane was getting hot and like they opened it up. I want to say like 11, 13 points. Looked like it was going to be one of those nights, but Jalen Green put us on his back. He was hitting fall away threes. He was getting to the bucket. He was dunking. He was playing defense. Man, Jalen has turned it on. Jalen has turned it on. This is what we need, and this is what is gonna keep us afloat, at least keeping that number 2 seed. Now we got a little bit of room between us and the Grizzlies. It's gonna be hard for us to catch the. It's gonna be hard for us to catch OKC, but hey, I'm satisfied with the number 2 seed from these young guys, man. 6 seed Charlie, man. I hope you here. I hope you here, man. I'm gonna give you your flowers. I'm gonna give 6 seed Charlie deserve his flowers. So if y'all with us, man, give 6 seed Charlie his flowers. He was saying we was 6 seed. We're gonna be the 2nd seed, barring any more injuries, anything like that. But our man Thompson, bruh. Our man Thompson is a goon. Allman Thompson is a dog. Allman Thompson is going to be all NBA defense this year, man. He got to be. He got to be all NBA defense on one of the teams, first or second. He's got to be. This man is a impact. He's a force to be reckoned with, bruh. Mm. Fred VanVleet, underwhelming. He was pretty much underwhelming. He hit that big three tonight that put us a little gap, but he was pretty underwhelming. He was pretty underwhelming today. Cam Whitmore, he's been coming off the bench. He's been looking good since Jabari went down. We elevated him. He's been coming in, giving us good spot minutes. He's been giving us great spot minutes. His shot looked like it and came back. Early in the season, I think he was like 0 for 20 or something like that from the three. He didn't came back. He still got a little tunnel vision, but we'll live with that. He's not a starter to where his tunnel vision is really hurting us. But he's been good for spot minutes. Alp, what happened to his finishing? What happened to his bunnies right at the rim? He could do all this stuff, 10, 15 feet from the rim, do the little fadeaway shot. He's good with it. But right at the rim, bro, we just boing. I missed the whole goal completely. I'm like, LP, man, what is up? If LP can finish like we know he can finish, right? Like he had been finishing in years past, LP would probably average at least 22 points a game or so. 20, almost 25 points a game because he gets to the rack, he gets to the free throws. He can pretty much hit his free throws when he needs to. He always gets the double team. He gotta finish. He gotta finish. Those little bunnies, he gotta finish those. Am I the only one seeing this? Are y'all seeing this? I'm seeing it. I'm like, LP, come on. But he does everything else. He's been doing pretty good on the defensive side. He's been pretty good at rebounding. But it's just the little bunnies and some of the turnovers that he do. Some of the turnovers, he's starting to turn the ball over a little bit more than what we're accustomed to seeing him turn the ball over. But man, bro, he gotta learn how to finish, or he got to get back in the form of finishing like he used to. The Grizzlies, that's a good team right there. The only person that's hurt from them is little well, I think Jackson is hurt too, and Marcus Smart. But that's a good team. They're the number, like we're right neck and neck with them with the offensive rebounds, and we seen it during the course of the game. The offensive rebounding was hurting us. If we could have just collected the defensive rebound, we would have got extra possessions and took possessions away from them. But we gave them extra possessions, which let them build a lead on us. But that's just them. To beat them, we got to match their energy. We got to be right there with them. We got to match their energy. If they're doing the defensive offensive rebounding, we got to box them out. We got to be physical with Edie under there. He's a rim deterrent. So we just have to match their energy, and we did that to close the game out. Jaylen Green, he tried to get a body bag on him. I'm like, ooh, Jaylen, you took off a little bit too far. I think if he would have took off a little later, he probably would have put him in a body bag. And LP, he tried to get him a body bag. He tried to get him a body over him as well. And but that's a big dude. That's a big dude. Um, yeah, but I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed. I like what we're doing. I really love what we're doing. When we go down, we're not hanging our heads. We're staying in the game. We're staying focused. And one thing, a note that we did tonight that we really don't do usually, we turned the ball over a lot. We turned the ball over, 22 turnovers, I want to say. I think this was the most turnovers we had in the game this season. So if you eliminate the turnovers and eliminate some of them offensive rebounds they got, this game probably wouldn't even been close, right? We probably would have just ran away with it. But we got sloppy with the ball, turning it over. Shangun, I think he had like 6 turnovers. Our man had 4 turnovers. And that's 10 right there in between them. And I think we only averaged like right at 13, 14 turnovers a game. So we got a little sloppy with the ball. We let them build the lead. I know at one point in time I counted like 4 turnovers in a row. Like straight down the back to back possessions. 4 turnovers in a row. I'm like, man, we ain't gonna win this game. And then some of the shots that the Grizzlies was making, bro, I was like, if they making those tonight, if they're making those type of shots tonight, then it's probably gonna be pretty hard for us to win this game. But we stood in there, we stayed strong. We kept our composure right when the rubber meet the road. You know, we stepped up. Shangun got into foul trouble, so he had to sit for a minute, and that's when Jaylen really started to take over again. It was like he just willed it. He willed us to this victory. It was like Jaylen was like, we're not losing this one." Him and our man Thompson, our man with the blocks, with the hustle, the smart decision making. Our man, that dude, 5 blocks. Our man Thompson had 5 blocks. 5 blocks for a wing. You hardly see centers get 5 blocks a game. You know, you hardly even see centers get 5 blocks a game. This man had 5 blocks, right? But man, welcome, my man. I'm glad y'all here with me, bro. I'm glad y'all here with me. Let's go ahead and jump over and look at the box score real quick. Let's take that off. Our man Thompson, he played 41 minutes. He played 41 minutes. He was 7 for 15 from the field, 1 for 3 from the 3-point line, 4 for 7 from the free throw. He had 4 offense rebounds, 9 defense rebounds, 13 total rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 5 blocks. Yeah, he had 4 turnovers, but look at that stat line. He stuffed the stat sheet. Our man stuffed the stat sheet, bro. Like, that's what you want to see. He's basically a point forward, right? He's basically a point forward, and he stuffed the stat sheet tonight. He made so many plays. It's like we can't really single out one particular play that he did, but I think one of the most important plays that he did when Ja drove to the hole and it looked like he did go past everybody. He was going to lay it up, and this man, our man Thompson, came out of nowhere like Superman with his cape on and blocked the ball, and that just sent us into a frenzy. Then it was like sharks in the water. We started smelling blood. Okay, yeah, we can win this. We can do this. And the dude is just a spark plug. The dude is just a spark plug, man. So our man Thompson, he had 19 points to go along with his 13 rebounds and his 5 blocks with 4 assists. Dude was everywhere. He legitimately, he can be a star. He can be a star in his league playing defense like that and being efficient like that. He can be a star, man. Dude is phenomenal for a second year player. Dylan Brooks, He played 39 minutes. He was 3 for 11 from the field. Not a good shooting night. 2 for 8 from the three. He had a big three that closed the gap when we made our little run to get back in it. He was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. He played some good defense tonight too. He was a -11, but he had 9 points. I think his plus minus is so bad because he was in when they went on that run, right? So he was in when they went on that run, and so his plus minus don't don't look good. But that don't. I mean, that's really a team stat. Alperen Şengün, like I said, he got into foul trouble, but he played 32 minutes. He was 7 for 17. I think a lot of his misses was those little bunnies, you know, was the little bunnies that we used to him converting and hitting. He was just a little off on his offense. His offense was subpar for the whole first 2.5 quarters. Then he started feeling a little better, moving a little better, starting to figure the defense out. And I think what really helped him get going is because we usually see the inverse. We usually see Şengün get the doubles down low, but Jalen was cooking so hard that they had to double him on the perimeter. So that opened up the lane. That opened up the paint, right, for Şengün to work, because now he can go 1-on-1 with whoever was guarding him. So this is how it works, man. If you got a good inside presence in a excellent backcourt, bro, it's like pick your poison for the defense. So I think some days, yeah, we'll see Şengün get it going. They'll double Şengün, so Jalen can end up getting off. Tonight in particular, in the last few games, it's been Jalen that's been getting off. They've been doubling him. He still gotta, work on his handles a little bit and process that double coming quicker so he can get it out. But he started dishing. Jalen started actually assisting. Jalen had a great game all around game, and I think that helped Şengün get off of um his snide that he was in a slump. So Jalen being able to carry the team and then making them double him, right? It opened up for everyone else, and then Jalen started recognizing that they was doing this, and then he was feeding. He fed um, Steven Adams for a nice bucket. It was a nice bucket Jalen fed for Steven Adams. So Jalen, this is what we always been saying with Jalen, right? If he can get his offensive game going, and then when the other team adjusts, if he can make that correct pass every time down the court. He's not perfect at it yet. He's not great at it yet, but we see the growth of him actually starting to process it, right? We seeing him starting to process it in real time to where he's recognizing, okay, now they're doubling me. I gotta either get it between them or go between them or go high with the pass. A couple of times he went over the top of the defender just to get it off to Şengün, let Şengün work. So Jalen, he's been a revelation lately. Jalen has been a revelation lately, and I'm loving what I'm seeing. Loving what I'm seeing. You dig? Loving what I'm seeing. So Fred VanVleet, like I said, he was subpar tonight. He played 36 minutes. He was 2 for 5 from the field, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. One big 3-pointer he hit. It was great. That first 3-pointer he hit, I was like, man, finally, bro. Where you been? Where you been all game? Where you been all game, bro? Like, come on. We need you, Fred VanVleet. So he better late than never with Fred VanVleet tonight. Better late than never. 3 for 4 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds. He had 9 assists, 1 steal and a block. He had 9 points. He was a -2. Jaylen Green, the man of the hour, he played 40 minutes. He was 13 for 18. Efficient. That's efficient. 13 for 18. 5 for 6 from 3-point. 11 for 11 from the free throw. So Jalen had himself a game, very efficient game, bro. It's not too many things I could say Jalen did wrong tonight. Yeah, he had a few turnovers, But the dude 13 for 18, 5 for 6 from the 3-point line, perfect from the free throw line. That's like some Kobe numbers. You know what I mean? Now don't come at me like Space. You think Jalen Kobe now? Nah, I don't think he Kobe. You know what I'm saying? But those numbers right there are excellent, bro. Excellent. Alex said he 42 points on 92% true shooting. That's insane. That's insane. Bro, boy flexing on people, man. You know, he flexing. I'm like, Jalen in his bag, dog. Jalen in his bag. Man, that was it was something special to watch Jalen. He just seemed like he wasn't gonna let it go, right? So 13 for 18, 5 for 6 from the three, 11 for 11 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, a +8, and 42 points. Bruh, killer, killer. Cam Whitmore played 21 minutes. He was 6 for 9 from the field, 4 for 7 from the three. Like I said, man, Cam, he's been coming in on them spot minutes, man, filling in, making things look good, doing his thing. Like a few games ago, it just looked like he was down in the dumps. And I know a lot of people made a big deal. I didn't really see the post-game interview back when we played Dallas. I believe it was Dallas. And he made those remarks like he's kind of concerned about his playing time or whatever. And that, Udoka, such a upstanding coach, you know, he said, I like that. I like that from a player. He want a player to be hungry to get on the court. So if you got a player that's hungry to get on the court, right, that means that you almost got him in the palm of your hand. Okay, if you want to get on the court, this is what you need to do, you know, and see how he responds. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looks like he's just in a better mood now since it's been 5 or 6 games that he's actually been able to play. I think bro was a little salty that we kept Reed Shepard up and we moved him down. But I think at that time we needed more back front court help than wing help. And we know we got a lot of wings, and then Tari going down opened up some minutes for him. Then when Jabari went down, that really opened up some minutes for him to see what he can do. So the moral of the story is don't get down on yourself. You're gonna get your opportunity. You know, you're gonna get your opportunity and see what you make it. If once you get it, like Eminem, you know, 8 Mile, you gotta lose yourself and take the moment you own it. You gotta own the moment, right? And show the coach, man, I deserve to be here, right? So he's still mostly just an offensive player. He's mostly still just an offensive player, that quintessential 6-man, you know, come in, get you some buckets, and keep your offense steady. But he did well, 21 minutes, 6 for 9 from the field, 4 for 7 from the three, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. He was a +12. He actually had the highest plus minus on the team with 16 points. You know, with 16 points. Jayshawn Tate, he only played 8 minutes. He wasn't spectacular. He had a whole bunch of zeros today. But the last, I would say 3 to 4 games, Tate, I'm not gonna lie. You know me and Tate, we got that hate relationship I got with Tate. But when a player is doing good, I'm gonna give him his credit. Tate has been doing good. You know, he's been doing good, and I think that's all he probably really needed was to limit his role all the way down, and then he go to the bench. He ain't played for a while. I mean, like 10, 12 games. We ain't see Jayshawn Tate, and now he got that hunger back, and now he's doing whatever he needs to do, and come in and just be effective. And Tate have been effective, man. Y'all know I ain't the biggest Tate fan, right? But he have been effective. I got to give him that. And is what a playoff team kind of need. 9 to 10 guys, right? Well, 8 to 9 guys that you know gonna show up every day and that you know you can count on. So Tate he fell in that rotation and he's making the best out of it. That's exactly what Cam needed to do. Just calm down, just keep your composure. Don't talk to the media. Keep everything in house. And when you get your chance, ball. And Jason Tate, yeah, he's older. He's been, across seas, so he got that. He know how the game go, right? So he just keep himself ready to go. Steven Adams, Steven Adams been decent. He's been decent as far as setting screens and rebounding. That's pretty much all we really need for him to do, and he's been filling that role up pretty good. He played 13 minutes. He was 1 for 2 from the field, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. He was a +3 with 2 points. Aaron Holiday, he's been decent. He give us at least some outside shooting that we need. And he played 9 minutes tonight, 2 for 4 from the field, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. He had a rebound. He was a +3 as well with 6 points. With 6 points. Yeah, so this that's just the game, right? That's what the game is all about. Being ready and staying ready to keep from getting ready. And we've been seeing that, man. The second seed in the West. I don't want to jump the gun or nothing, but bro, if we can get there, we got us a super chat, man. It says Space Axe Chat, Amen or Bari should start. Oh, Bari was balling before he left. Before he got hurt, man, Bari was balling. That's just a hard question for me, man, Muzzo, because Muzzo, Bari's my guy. you know, Bari's my guy, bro. Like, why don't you put Dylan Brooks or Amen? Because I think Dylan Brooks and Amen play more of a similar role than Bari and Amen, right? They're more of the wing. Somebody say bench Fred. Who said that? Alex Loera. Say bench Fred, man. I ain't gonna lie. Cam and Jalen look pretty good in the backfield. I mean backcourt. I ain't gonna lie, man. Uh our man Thompson, if he get a better handle, you know, mm, that's just hard right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's hard. It's hard to say who you should bench and who you should. It's because we're winning. You know what I'm saying? If we was losing, then I can see like who you want to bench, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, bro. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but yeah, man, I think we should just ride it out right now, and see how far this takes us. See how far what we doing. What we doing is working. What we doing is working. I think for sure next year, our man's a starter. If especially if he make a all defensive team, our man's a starter for sure. Benny Mac with the super chat. Thank you, brother. He says trade for Lonzo Ball, get him from pennies on the dollar. He's been dropping threes, and we need a backup ball handler. To be honest, I think he'd be better than Fred VanVleet. Bro, it's just his injury, his health scares me, bro. Dude literally was out for like 2.5 years. Like, I understand what you're saying because that's a high, low risk, high reward type thing, right? And I actually like Lonzo, especially when he was younger. He could play defense. He could shoot threes. He could facilitate. You know, mm, I don't know. I have to sleep on that one. I ain't gonna lie. I will have to sleep on that one, bro. Cause I don't know how his health really is right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how good his health is. He stay hurt. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and bring y'all up, man. Hit that link. Come on up so y'all can get y'all takes off, bro. I'm here waiting on you. That's all I gotta say. And besides, hit the like button. Hit the like button. It really helps with the algorithm, man. We don't ask for much around here. We got 109 people watching. We only got 47 likes. Come on, man. Hit the like button. That's all we ask is for you to hit the like button. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. I ain't bringing nobody up till we hit about 80 likes. It's a shame I got to do this, y'all, but come on, man. Let's get the like. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Y'all don't mess with the chop shop no more, bro. Y'all can't hit the like button, bro. Come on, man. Let's get the likes up. All right, let me see, man. We got 6C Charlie in the building. We got Kurt. What's going on, fellas? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Already. How y'all doing, man? What y'all feel about the game?
Well, Space, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna keep hog the mic. I'm glad to see everybody. I've been praying for everybody like I always do. And I wanted to tell you this. Now, I was one of the big persons who was hollering, get rid of Jalen Green. But for Booker, if we had and couldn't do no better than what it is I've been seeing him do these last couple of games. So now I changed my mind. I'm not gonna lie about it. But I'm gonna tell you, Amon ain't ready to do all that everybody is saying. He's great on everything except for shooting. He still can't shoot that well, not on a consistent basis. Let him get a shot, then we could turn around and be talking about, well, getting rid of somebody or putting him in the starting lineup. Let him and Tari do what they do, wreak havoc coming off the bench. I like the way that they turn around and do what they do. Now, the thing that I'll sit back and say to you too is the fact that we got a pretty good team, but we need to make one small trade to get a shooter. Because when the playoffs start, when the Heat get on them, they're gonna need to be able to can get some shots going. They starting to do what shocked me on a lot of different stuff, and I'm glad we where we are. And Space, I wanted to tell you this before I let you go. I'm
What's that,
glad
Charlie?
to sit back and see you today because I've been looking forward to seeing you. And I'm glad that everybody is over here. You keep doing what you're doing. You take care of your family, man. Everything else is going to take care of itself. So, I want you to keep on doing what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you really bring being a Rockets fan to life, you and Frank. So I love all of y'all, man. I'm praying for all of y'all. And if I said something that hurt somebody's feelings, I'm sorry. Love y'all, man. I'm out.
Don't worry about nobody. You hurt nobody. You big uncle around here, man. You got that knowledge. You spit that knowledge anytime you're on that mic. So man, we listen and we, more than likely time we will agree with you, we agree with you. And much love to you, man. I'm glad I can hear your voice again.
Same here, bro. You keep doing what you're doing, man. If anybody tell you you're doing something wrong, give them my number. I'll cuss them out for you.
I will do that. I would. So look, hold on before you go.
Okay.
You still succeed or what? You still
No, I
succeed?
done changed that too. I'm
What
two seed now.
you still see Charlie?
Love y'all, man. You take care, man. I want
Love you,
everybody
bro.
else to get a chance to say their part.
All right, bro.
All right now.
you you be blessed, Charlie.
You too now.
All right, Kurt. What's good, Kurt?
Hey, what's up, Space?
What it do?
Thank you for having me. It's great to be back on the show. It's been a while. Uh, it's great to see two seed or second seed Charlie as well. Um, yeah, it's good to see all the OGs, man. I saw I saw someone gifted a couple memberships the other day, and it was great. But anyways, the team is doing well. It's crazy to see how far we've come. Like just 2 years ago, we were like bottoming out, and right now, I think we're like championship contenders, really. And I don't think you can disagree with me on
Oh,
this
you
take.
going championship? You going
I think
championship?
easily, if we play the right pieces, we're like we're winning against OKC on any day. I think, um,
You know
because we have
Chet
the.
be back soon though.
I don't think Chet is a factor, honestly.
What?
I
Chet
think
not
the
a factor?
OKC is better without Chet, honestly, because they play smaller without Chet. They play speedier. They play the game that you know, wins them games. With Chet on the floor, I think they're gonna slow down. Um,
Oh
we play
no.
LP, and we don't really play that gritty, grindy basketball when LP's on the floor sometimes, if you know what I mean. Because without LP last year, towards the end, that's when we really went on that long ass winning streak. But anyways, shout out to Jay Sean Tate, doing his playing his role, shooting I don't know 60% from the corner, something like that.
Bayshawn. Shout out to Third Coast.
Yeah, and I think we should really reintroduce Reed Shepard into the lineup if we get the chance to, because that's how you develop our guys. You feel me? You can't just bench them the entire season. Uh, and it sucks to see like compared to last season or the season before, like we're playing less guys. Like we have like a 7-man rotation. Like I want to see Jock Landale or something on the floor. You feel me? And as far as the 3-point shooting goes, we should get a shooter. Uh, it sucks to see Garrison Matthews doing great at Atlanta right now, like getting 20 points per game and stuff. It would be great to have him on the roster. Yeah, I'll just let someone else talk
You
right
want
now. Thank
Gary
you.
Bird back? You want Gary Bird back? I'm not gonna lie. With this current structure of the team, Gary Bird probably wouldn't be a bad guy to get. Right? It was just we were tanking, and he is the only shooter we really had. We really sucked. But the thing is, he takes charges, and he's a head down, hard nosed guy, man. So I wouldn't just be upset. He just can't come in thinking he Reggie Miller or the real Gary Bird and just be shooting all crazy. But I think he'll probably fit the identity of this team. I wouldn't disagree with you there on that one, Kurt. So you say you done? That's all you got, Kurt?
Oh yeah, that's all I got. Thank you.
All right, man. Good to hear from you again, bro. Good to hear from you. Who next? Who next? Who next? John Trey Nealums.
Yo, what's going on, my boy, man?
What's happening, man?
Man, you been gone, bro. You been MIA, man. What's going
I
on
know,
with you?
man, bro. I've been doing this whole family work thing, then the holidays. Like,
And it's been
wow.
hard. It's been hard, man. Winning all these games and ain't got nobody to talk to about the wins, man. Like,
Forgive me, bro. Forgive me, man.
golly, man. We been balling.
Yeah,
Hey,
we have.
hey, man. Say, man. Rockets looking real good, man. I don't know. I
You,
don't
you you
know.
you trying to go as far as championship, like Kurt?
I'm trying to go as far as like I'm thinking depends on who we play, man. First round, I feel like a success is winning in the first round.
Yeah, most definitely.
I ain't gonna say championship because them OKC boys, them boys can hoop. Them boys good. And then not only that, you got you got Denver. So I just feel like depends on who we match up with. We can get past that first round. That could be shocking for a lot of people, man. But one thing, we ain't getting the publicity yet. I don't know what it is. We ain't been on ESPN too much. They ain't really been talking about us. But I think it's time for them boys to start talking about them Rockets, man. They slacking and they ain't aware of what we got going. Like we looking real stiff out there on that west, man. They need to wake up. And I ain't gonna say teams ain't realizing it. They trying to beat us, man. They know we coming. And it
Oh
ain't nothing
yeah.
sweet about it, bro. They know we coming, but everybody had a good game besides Dylan today. Dylan, Dylan Brooks, he kind of like, he kind of had a bad game today. But besides that, everybody had a good game, bro. Shangoon, he had a bad game too. I ain't gonna lie, he been having bad games back to back. He been
He
having some.
stepped up. He stepped up in at the end.
His free throws it scares me, man. His free throws. He get at the free throw line, I get nervous. I ain't gonna lie. Lately, his free throws. I don't know if he just be so tired or what. He can't make his free throws down the stretch. He missing clutch free throws. It's just like, oh, he missing them little close little shots.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. Hopefully that come along though. I ain't too much worried about that. Hopefully that come along because he doing everything else good. He setting the strings. He getting downhill a little bit in the pick and roll. He kind of like making it hard on the defense, being able to assist the ball a little better. You know what I'm saying? But Steven Adams coming along, man.
I was just about to ask you about Adams. Do you still
He
think we
coming
need a
along.
backup big, or you rocking with Adams?
I'm rocking him for the rest of the year. I'm rocking with. I'm more worried about the. I'm real worried about the backcourt than I'm more worried about um on the backcourt. I'm more worried about Fred, man.
Yeah,
I'm more worried
Fred.
about Fred. I kind of like Steven. Steven kind of getting that game. His string. What's more important? What I like about him is his strings. And when Jaylen get them strings, man, lately Jaylen been in tag mode. And Jaylen, his three ball is better off balance. I don't know. That's weird. Like he hits threes off balance,
Yeah, he do.
but Fred is the only. I think he done enough for us, man. I think Nick. I think if not trade deadline, I think next year it's time to either keep him. I think it's time to go and get rid of him and go after somebody that's can fill in that void and
Who,
and
Fred?
and push that needle. Yeah, I'm
You
talking about
said
for Fred.
Fred? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay, okay.
yeah, for Fred. I think it's time. I appreciate it. I ain't gonna sit up here and say he ain't he ain't worth what we paid him because he did kind of bring some type of toughness and also he doing what he can do. He ain't just nothing we could have just expect more out of, but he did what he could. But when it comes down to it, the way we playing next year, if not this year, I think it's time to go. It's time to make that major move. And I'm thinking the only right move, the way Jalen playing, the only right move is a point guard that's just I'm talking about.
We need
that
John Morant.
I ain't gonna lie, I'll take John, but then
That's
I won't, you know who I really want?
who that, bro?
If it ain't D Fox, I gotta take like, I gotta take, who else I take at the point guard?
That man on this computer, you looking people up, huh?
Nah, I'm trying to think. They don't know who that is
My
on
bad,
that
my
computer.
bad.
I'm trying to
Oh,
see
that
who
was
else.
you? Oh, okay. I thought that
It's
was
only D Fox,
contract.
bro. D
D Fox
Fox.
the only option, huh?
He the only option, bro. Besides on that point guard position, I ain't taking nobody else besides him. I ain't giving up too much, and I don't want to give up Cam. So it's gonna be kind of hard. Cam need to be six man. off off the coming behind. I mean, he need to bag up Jaylen. Matter of fact, I ain't mean 6 man. He need to bag up Jaylen. If he can continue to come in, I liked that pass he did at the end of the buzzer to Holiday. That showed me something.
Mm-hmm.
Usually he would have wanted that last shot and jacked it and tried to do some crazy, but he dished it off in that corner and Holiday hit that three at the buzzer. But we gotta get De'Aaron, bro. We got to. If we get him, bro, we contenders, bro. I feel like he the on. I feel like Jalen Green been playing it, but I feel like he the only one to make that push that needle for us to fight against OKC. Cause OKC going to the championship this year. Ain't nobody stopping them, bro.
I
Ain't.
don't think we're gonna get De'Aaron this year. If we was to get De'Aaron, it'd be probably in the off season. Oh
That's what
no,
I'm
because
saying.
hold on. You might be right because I got to look up his contract situation. I don't think this is a contract year for him though. Because if it is and he's going to be a free agent upcoming,
Yeah,
then
he finna be a free agent.
we'll have to trade for him. We'll have to do like a sign and trade. They ain't gonna give him up for free. They ain't gonna just let that man walk.
Man, Cam out the. We ain't giving up Cam, bro. If we give up Cam, bro, I
So you
think
wouldn't give up. So Cam would be the deal breaker. If they say, give me, 2 first-round picks, Tate, Holiday, and Cam, that'll be the deal breaker for you.
nah, I do that one. I ain't gonna lie. I do
I'm
that
not
one.
taking it.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm taking De'Aaron Fox, bro. I'm taking him.
Okay, let's
I'm
get right
taking him.
then.
I'm taking him. I ain't gonna lie. I'm taking him. But then at the same time, I still want to go get. It depends on how my boy our backup center looking like. But I still want to try to go get a bag up center for that's defensive minded. If your boy don't playing all right, Steven Adams, I would want to go get a bag up center. I would want to try to go steal uh from the. I know they ain't gonna get rid of him. I think he'll fit right along behind bagging up on Shangoon and our offense. Hardenstein, Hardenstein.
Oh yeah, they ain't giving up Hardy. They
I
ain't
I
giving up Hardy.
I would want to go get him, bro. He gonna be the backup center for on Shay. He backing up Shay, huh?
He backing up. He backing up Chet. He was.
Yeah, Chet, whatever that dude name is. Chet, yeah, he bagging him. I would want to go get him, but like I said, I like the way Steven Adams been playing, and then I like how we looking. But yeah, we definitely top 5 seed this year. We definitely top 5. And I don't want to. I want depends on. We won't know who we want to play until like when it comes to the end of the season. So 2 seed will play the 7 seed. So 7 seed will be, you know what I'm saying? Probably Memphis. Memphis gonna fall off, man.
They the third seed.
Yeah, but I think they gonna fall off, bro. They really like because you got Minnesota. They gonna end up coming up, and then you got Denver, and then you got what else we got over there that's
The
gonna end up
Suns.
just they gonna fall out. Lakers. So
Lakers.
you got them
And the
that
Warriors.
they really better than Memphis, but Memphis been having like they been winning like they little games that they supposed to win, but when it comes down after this all star and teams start coming together, I think they gonna fall. I just think the Rockets ain't gonna fall past 5th seed, so I ain't too much worried because I can't see us going on. I can't even. It's crazy. I can't even see us losing 3 games in a row. I can't even see it. None this
Yeah, that
season.
might be. I mean, I think we just got that. We got that dog in us. You know what I'm saying? We got us a super chat real quick though from Rob Cortez. He says, which team that traded their core for a star worked out in recent years? Almost the Nets. Chemistry is also an issue. Um, the first team I could think of off the top of my head is of recent years is the Lakers when they traded for AD and they got at least a championship out of it, but they already had Braun, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of an outlier. But yeah, man, when you trade away your whole core, you better make the right move. You better make the right move. For sure. But man, we'll I mean, it's still a long season. It's still a long season to go. We can't just project out, where we are, anybody else gonna land. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just safe to say we in the playoffs. I think even if we drop from the second seed and end up like the fifth or sixth seed or something like that, I still think that's a successful season. You know what I'm saying? I still think that's a successful
But I
season.
don't see us losing 3 in a row though. I can't see it. We beat teams. We beating good teams in. We beating. I mean, we bad at losing, and we do lose by the good team. But we punishing the bad teams nowadays. We scrape dogging our bad teams. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, bro. It's nice talking, man. I've been missing this channel, bro. It's like it get to the point to where I gotta go search this to see if I missed something, man. Cause I go to sleep so early and I ain't been seeing nothing, bro. I'm been like, oh man, this man gave up on the Rockets.
Nah, never that, bro. Never that, man. I just had a hectic
But yeah,
personal
let's see
life
what EF
schedule.
Hutton got to talk about, man.
I think Aaron was here first. Uh yeah.
No, no,
Was you here
no,
first?
no. I've been in the chat, bro. I've been waiting. It's the man
Go
you
ahead,
all
man.
know and love, man. We
Oh
got two
no.
wins tonight, bro.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead, man.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Was you here before Aaron? Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've been
Doesn't
the fourth
matter.
person in here. No, he was here
Okay.
first.
Doesn't matter, man.
Aaron,
Go
was you
ahead,
here
man. Go
first?
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's all
Nah,
right.
don't let EF
No,
bully
if
you,
he was
bro.
here, go ahead. If he was
I
here, go
just,
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
quick shout out. Space, welcome back, man. Great to see you. Great to be here.
Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
Uh, what a difference 3 weeks makes. I mean, after the OKC game, after that loss where we thought it's not going good, Jalen's on again, off again, and then now we're seeing a great stretch from Jalen, and it's just terrific. And he's heating up, and when he's heating up, our man is heating up, and when our man is heating up, you're not so dependent on Fred anymore, and he can take a step back and not take so many shots, and even Alp not playing his best for the last 2-3 games, Jabari being out, Tari being out, but Stevo's great, giving great minutes. Jay Sean for the last 2-3 games coming out, playing great. Holiday coming in today, 66% from three, 2 of 3, and very critical threes. And then Fred
Yeah.
taking a long ball at the critical stage. Even when we're down, we're fighting back. It's tough. It's the culture, and it's we're on a roll, man. We're on a roll, and it feels great. It is great, and I I also want to say that. um we have we have many advantages that we can play out. I mean, I loved what Ime did with Cam. When they went when their big was in foul trouble, he immediately put in Cam in there and just pressured the rim. It was great tactical knowledge, and I love it. And we have a great roster. It's a great team. And even when Dylan's not playing that well, even when Opie's not playing that well, even when Jabari and Tari is injured, and we're still winning and playing bad. I mean, not bad, but not playing good and winning against a good team. That's what makes you a championship contender. And I think we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. That's what I love. That's what I have to say. Thanks, man.
For sure. Do you think once we integrate Tari, hopefully, man. Tari's starting to scare me with the injuries. Like he's been gone for almost a month now. Ingratiating Tari and then Jabari back into the mix. You thinking? I mean, I'm not gonna say we can't beat, but 7-game series against more veteran players that know how to play these and been in these situations before. Do you think that would have any type of, impact on our playoffs?
Well, it's difficult to say. The advantage that we have is personnel wise. We've got more cards to play. We've got more cards to put on the deck. We've got
Mhm.
Jabari. If he's not injured, we got Tari. Steven Adams' injuries back, so we've got a second big man who can take minutes from Alpi. Jalen's on a roll. Fred can shovel in. Dylan can shovel in. Amen is being great. So I mean, if you look at the Lakers, yeah, sure, they've got Braun and they've got uh, Davis, but for how long of a stretch of time in a game can they put him in 100%? We can always switch it around. Today, can very, very critical minutes again. I mean, the Grizzlies is a good team, and they're probably going to be a contenders. What we are up now, 3-0. So we're getting home
Yeah.
court, right? Yeah, they're the third in the West, and everybody's saying like the Wild Wild West. Well, our closest competitor uh, in the playoffs, and we're making the playoffs. By the way, we're making the playoffs, and that's a great achievement. Uh,
Mhm.
we've got home court advantage against them, and also we've got the personnel advantage against them. Yeah, sure. Ja is the most talented player on the field, and Baines is great when he's cooking, and Jaren Jackson is great when he's cooking. But who else?
Yeah.
Who else, Space? Who else? We can put in Amen. We can put in Tari. We can put in
We
Jabari. We can
yeah.
put in Cam. It's like we've got a plethora of good players, great decent players, and they're strong and they're getting the culture from Ime and they're working hard, and I think we can outplay them with our roster because we're such a good team. And in the minutes where the first five sit, the second five, and today today was the same thing. I mean, they were leading by 7-8. The bench players came in. It went down to 2-3. They were leading by 11-12. We changed up the roster. It went back to 3-5. I mean, they couldn't get away because you can't play your star players for 48 minutes space. You just can't do it.
Yeah, I would agree, man.
The
I
only
think one
problem
of
we
our
would
keys.
face, the only
Mhm.
problem we would face in the playoffs would be OKC, because they also have really depth roster. But I mean, then again, they're OKC, and we're not even supposed to be here. So if you're losing in the playoffs in the conference final against the OKC, 4-2, 4-3, I mean, so be it. But I think that's
Yeah.
where it's going to right now because I'm looking at the roster of the Timberwolves. I ain't seeing it. I'm looking at the roster of the Lakers. I ain't seeing it. I mean, the Warriors, they're old. How long can they keep up? And the third ones are the Grizzlies, and we're up 3-0. I mean, maybe Dallas if
Luca.
Luca and Kyrie go crazy. But okay, then so be Dallas. Then yeah, okay, then we're not. We won't make the conference finals, but we'll make the conference semifinals. I mean, for a team that had blown up 4 years ago and is rebuilding, that would be terrific. That'd be terrific.
Yeah, man. I can't disagree because one thing I think you do make a good point on that we got depth. We do got depth, and we can throw a lot of different bodies at some of the some of the some of the best wings like LeBron and Luca. We could throw a lot of different bodies at them to make it hard on them. You know what I'm saying? I think the people the players that really give us trouble are the shifty point guard like Jai and De'Aaron Fox because our backcourt is not
Okay,
big.
yeah,
You know what I mean? They're not
yeah,
big
yeah.
and they're
But then
not
again,
known as the defense.
those are the best players of the West. I mean, they are supposed to give you trouble because even
Right.
if they
Yeah.
don't give you trouble, then you're going to win a chip. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah, that's it. And today it was very interesting. Alpi was in foul trouble. Dylan was in foul trouble. That's the first two players of your 5-team squad, right?
Yeah.
That's normally you'd be in trouble if that would have happened. Today it didn't affect us. Why? Because we've got depth, and now Jay Sean is playing his part, and Steve-O's back, and he's active and he's fast. I mean, if this keeps up like that, I think the future's bright.
Yeah, man. I can't disagree, man. Hold on, man. We got us a big super chat right now, man. That boy, Third Coast Alliance. He done dropped a whole C note in here. Appreciate that, Third Coast, man. Good looking out, bro. Good looking out, man. $100 super chat. He says, "I'm glad to see you back and feeling in better spirits. A few members of the squad have been stepping up in light of these pesky injuries and illnesses, and we're holding on to that number 2 position in the West. Jalen stock is back at his peak. Indeed, 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 Third Coast. I was just mentioning you just about 15, 20 minutes ago. I see your boy Sean Tate has been doing pretty good, bro. So I tip my hat to him earlier, man. I don't know if you was here to see it or hear it, but
Yeah,
man, good. Good showing out, man. Good showing that love, man. You know, in your pockets, man. We don't ask for nothing, just a like on the stream. But if you feel, you want to give super chats and things, man, it's much appreciated. Much love to you, Third Coast. Yeah, Aaron, man. Like I said, man, I agree with you, bro.
and
I
if
can't
Jalen
argue. I
keeps
can't
on
sit
playing
here and
like
argue
this,
with you, right? I can't sit here and argue with you. Only thing that come up to me is just experience in the playoffs. That's the only thing I would have to say.
that's what you have to acquire. Maybe it's going to be a very frustrating playoff loss against a team which you should actually win against, but because of the lack of experience, you're gonna lose. Again, so be it. You take the experience and you go on for another year. But I'm Space, I'm telling you, if Jalen keeps on playing like this,
I don't know
I
how
mean the
that.
sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. This guy, the dude went Donovan Mitchell mode, man. He just
Yeah,
ripped it apart, man. He was. I mean,
yeah, man. I
wow.
I guess all we can say is we will see. And this is the exciting part about rebuilding, right? This is the exciting part about it. We done been through the struggles. We done been through the drafting. We done been through all of the trade ideas and ifs, ands, and buts. I still think we probably missing a good piece to really put us there. But this is the good thing. Now we see hope. We see inspiration. We don't have to come in these. I don't know how long you've been following the channel, but even back in the silence days, these post game streams used to be hell. They used to be hell, bro. And now we got better things to talk about, man. Beautiful things on the horizon.
Man, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me on. Thank you.
For sure, man, Aaron. You can always welcome back, bro. You always
Thank you.
welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, EF, what's good with you, man?
Man, good to see you back, man. Like I say, man, we got 2 wins tonight, man. We got your boy Space back, live and kicking, man. Good to see you back. You know what I'm saying? I hope everything worked out well for you with your situation at work or whatever. And
Yeah.
obviously the Rockets, fought out a hard win, which to me was a playoff type win. It was one of those ones where I was like, if we lose and we fighting as hard as we fighting, I can live with it. But if you fight that hard, man, it's a possibility that you always flip that to a win. And that's what we saw tonight. Players didn't have great games. To me, Dylan Brooks has been our most consistent player. Also to email Doka because he said it. And Dylan didn't have a good game tonight. But he had a good game because he also held Jaren Jackson Jr. to 17 points. So this is where the stats don't show certain things, is that he put a strain on that team because their number one scorer was being held down. So Ja had to carry that load that Jaren Jackson Jr. was putting up 30 points and, 10, 15 rebounds a game. And now Josh stuck there with 29 points going one-on-one against Jalen. And,
Mhm.
one-on-one against Jalen sometimes can work out in the other player's favor. But when Jalen cooking like this, I put him up against any one of those young guys. You know what I mean? Whether it's Ant-Man or anybody but LaMelo Ball, because LaMelo Ball is I think he half retarded, man. That dude is insane. But
You like
we got to
Melo
see.
like that? You like Melo
I
like
mean,
that?
look, since year one, I said LaMelo's only, to me, like I'm a pass first defensive point guard kind of person, and LaMelo's passing to me is what I like about him the most. But if you're shooting one-legged three-pointers from the Dame Lillard, and you can pass behind the back passes, alley oops and all that kind of stuff, that's my kind of player. But his defense is a little suspect. So, but he's still, to me, he's still like probably my favorite point guard in the league, to be honest, to keep it a bean. Yeah, I love LaMelo Ball. I love his game, street ball style. But it's good to see Jalen get off in a game that we have to have. You know what I mean? Like one of those we have to have this game, and to see Jalen, like you said, trading buckets when the guy start to go off. Hey, I'm gonna trade buckets with him. I'm gonna get to my spot. He's learning to slow his pace down. I like to
Yeah.
see Jalen when he shift his body, when he turn the angle of his body and get a man on his hip and slow down like a real point guard. I love to see him do that kind of stuff instead of just having the V line directly to the goal. So those are things that I've been seeing him do a lot this year that I've been emphasizing on, because that's showing just ball control. Sometimes ball control ain't the hezzy tween as Jackson like to say. Sometimes ball control is just let me put the ball away from the man and put my body between the man and the ball. That's just, sometimes that's the best ball control. And then I seen something from Cam tonight. Where people say Cam is always chucking and he's always gonna shoot the ball. Well, I seen him catch the ball and look to shoot and realized that he had a man open and swing the ball to Aaron Holiday for a three, which was a big play for us. You know what I mean? So everybody's growing up, and like you said, I didn't have a problem with Cam saying he wanted to be on the court. I felt the same way. You know what I mean? Like if that's who you is and you feel like, hey, I should be on the court, then say it. Maybe don't say it in the press, but I'm pretty sure he's saying it behind closed doors. And if Ime could appreciate that from Cam, I can appreciate it from Cam. You know what I mean? It make me feel like my feelings about it, I don't have to have no reservations about those, because obviously, it's the way that I feel you should be as an athlete. Like I say, star athletes are very delusional. And they always feel like they possibly could be one of the best ever. That's what makes you a star. You have to have that
Right.
unconscious, delusional kind of mentality. And if he got that, then hopefully he grow into it. One of my most repeated comments or statements is potential is good, and potential is great until the time outruns the potential. If you have potential for a long time, then you become a failure. And right now he still got potential. It ain't been too long. So right now he's just a guy with great potential. And as far as the Reed Shepherd thing, um, I said earlier that if if the Kings want to trade, because they were saying the Kings wanted Reed Shepherd, and I was saying, you know what? Cam is our most valuable trade piece. I've been saying this since we drafted him. I said the Kings will probably take Reed Shepherd, Cam Whitmore, and those ancillary pieces for De'Aaron Fox and some draft picks. I said, so if they don't want Phoenix's picks and they want Cam and Reed, the Rockets might do that. But I wouldn't want to do it, because I wouldn't want to give up Cam and Reed. That's just, to me, that's a lot of potential in the future to give up. But seeing how Reed went down and played to show that he can play that way when he has a little bit of an advantage, just means that when he gets a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, and a little bit more confident, that's going to be able to be replicated on a regular NBA level. So I wouldn't I don't think I'm willing to trade Reed Shepherd, because, like I said, he got Steve Nash, John Starks type potential, and I'm not going to give up a Hall of Fame point guard for a guy that might be in the Hall of Fame in De'Aaron Fox. And obviously, if Reed Shepherd live up to his potential right now, he's definitely a Hall of Fame point guard that can play defense and shoot lights out and run the offense. That behind the back half court pass that he threw earlier in the season, where the ball was going out of bounds, he threw that behind the back pass to Torrey, was
Yeah.
insane. on the money. So I mean, we got a lot of upside. Obviously, 6 seed Charlie. We're gonna give 6 seed Charlie a perk. You know what I mean? We giving 6 seed Charlie a perk because he was so adamant on that 16. We're gonna just call him 2 seed Charlie from now on. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just and everybody playing good. I'm a little bit worried about Tari, but obviously Tari's it's not his vertical athleticism and his burst that makes Tari great. It's his hustle and just knack for being in the right place at the right time. His willingness to beat you that 2 inches to the ball. That's what makes Tari great. So if the injury is fixable, then I'm not out on Tari either. And the only other thing that really is drawing a lot of attention is should we start Amin or Jabari when Jabari comes back? And I know Jabari is your guy, so I kind of wonder what you think about that. I mean, I heard you address it, but like, what's your real thoughts about it?
About replacing Amen for Jabari?
Yeah,
I don't like it.
no,
The only reason, one of the main reasons why I don't like it is I think it's a weaker link on the court than Jabari or that 4 spot. If anything, I replace Fred. I replace Fred with oh man. Now
and, and just move Jalen to the point guard.
we get a bigger backcourt, right? We get a bigger backcourt. We get more shooting. I mean, less shooting, but we get athleticism like times 10 with Jalen and Amen in the backcourt, right? Even though Amen don't shoot the ball well, he brings so much more to the game right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the hustle, the defense, his passing could be better, his handle could be better. But I think that upside that he have and what he brings to the table, I think it'll elevate us, right? And then if we take Jabari off the court, then we losing one less defensive guy that can actually hold from, play 3s and 4s, and we losing another shooter. We losing shooting because Jabari was hitting like at 41% before he went down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we get bigger, stronger, more athletic, and we might lose a little bit of IQ from Fred, but we get faster, we get transition. If you think we running now with Fred is the only one that really slows the ball down. We get all of that high octane with Amen and Jalen, and then we still got the Shangoon down low, and we get the stretch 4 and weak side help protection that Jabari have been bringing lately, and he's been working on it, and we seen he made strides in that. So if I was to insert Amen Thomas, I know it ain't gonna happen. I know we're not about to bench Fred, for Amen. But if you was gonna just twist my arm and make me make a decision, I have to bench Fred before I bench Jabari for Amen. That's just because
that makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, obviously, Ime gonna have to play the rotation game, because just like you're saying, at a point it's not about the maximum potential on the floor. It's about the control of the game at the beginning of the game. So to have that, not turning the ball over in there to start the game off, and then you just, go into LP to see if LP get cooking, or you go into Jalen to see if Jalen get cooking, and then bring Armin in to do what Armin do when you take Fred out, stuff like that. It do give us an advantage, but I think the concern is, which is what I was saying about a year ago, is that we really in all real, all reality, we need Jalen to really hone in on protecting the ball, man, because our best possible scenario is that Jalen can play the PG, and until Reed Shepard becomes available, because Armin don't really have the handle or the decision making really to play the PG. Because if you notice, when he get the ball, he's kind of Russell Westbrook with the ball. I can beat you, so why pass it type
But his
mentality. So
decision making just as good as Jalen's right now.
it is. Both of them are not great, to say the least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think Jalen is a little bit, has a little better handle than Armin, as far as change of direction and pace than Armin has. And Armin at the three, and Armin at the three is a little better utility, to put him in different places on the floor where he can go to the dunker spot, or flare out, or different stuff like that. When you're running the double
Yeah.
guard screens at the top, you rather, like, for me, like I said, to me, I think Dylan is probably a better shooting guard than Jalen. To me,
Shooting guard.
yeah, because I
don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that.
well, because he don't really have to dribble the ball to shoot it. He can catch and shoot, and his
But
little
that's what
post up fade away.
shooting guards do. Shooting guards.
Well,
that's what shooting guards do.
Well, it was a guy by the name of Klay Thompson who hit like 35 points in 2 dribbles.
Yeah,
So
that's because look at the team he had around him, bro. You're not really sitting up here comparing Dylan Brooks to Klay Thompson, man.
But no, I'm just saying that as far as efficiency without having to dribble the ball, Dylan has proven that he can be efficient and effective without having to dribble the ball a lot. And so if you have Jalen and Dylan in the backcourt and Armin at the three, which we know it's kind of positionless, but I'm willing to live with Dylan's little mid-range fadeaway, little Kobe Bryant fadeaway. Like I've
That
been
don't
hearing it being
always
called.
drop.
It don't always drop, but I'll live with it because it's a mid-range jump instead of a three. I'll live with that. So I mean,
That's the least effective shot on the court, though.
It's the least effective. True, you're right about that. It's definitely the least effective, but it's also the least wearisome. Like when you see somebody shoot a mid-range fadeaway, you don't want to pull your hair out. If you see somebody shoot a step back three and they miss it, you want to pull your hair out. You know what I mean? just kind of as just the natural feeling about it. Like, okay, he missed the fadeaway because he was a little long or a little short, or he missed a step back three. Why is he jacking threes? You know what I mean? Go to the rim. That's naturally what you're gonna say. So, I mean, if you can have Jalen, Dylan, Armin, Bari, and LP on the court together, I can live with that when you bringing in Cam and stuff like that. But as of right now, obviously Fred is, like you say, Fred gonna start, and when Fred go out, you got all the different lineups to play. So I don't think it's a move that needs to be made. I was just curious as how you felt about Armin being able to go out and get you 20 rebounds and 15 points, or 15 and 15, stuff like that.
Yeah, Frank, what's good, Frank? What's good, man?
Hey, what's good, bro?
You listening to your boy? Good,
yeah, I heard.
Good to be back. Good to be back. You hearing your man's?
Yeah, no, he was cooking until he burnt the food.
He burnt the food. What he said, the shoes.
Yeah. No, I get what he's trying to say. Though. I understand what he's saying. He probably got a little too excited, but I know what he's trying to say. He's basically saying that like Dylan in the traditional role of a two guard. But I think ultimately what he's trying to say, Jalen's handles need to get a lot better. Which it does. I think that the late game stuff is because the team start pressuring them, so it really exposes that weakness. But I think that's something that they need to work out in real time, like in games like this. So I'm glad that I saw Fred defer to him. I would say probably 50% of the possessions in the clutch in this game, which is appropriate. I think they was trying to win, so basically Fred at the point where he'll give Jalen a chance. If Jalen mess up, Fred will take his turn, and then he'll come down and give Jalen another chance. All right, then. All right, let me try to get some here. So I'm okay with that. I actually think if y'all didn't notice, Coach Doka's low key been sideways benching Fred, bro,
Yeah.
in stretches and important stretches, stretches where he usually play, and he'll leave out a man and Jalen, or Holiday, or one of the other guards, Cam. Especially since Cam, they've been trying to get more Cam minutes. I think Cam is eating into Fred's minutes more than anything. So uh, I think that's good though. That's probably they need to. What's the term? It's called a succession plan.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
say
what I was
you,
about to say. Do you want to psychoanalyze this move?
yeah, bro. They need to do a succession plan into the next phase of the team, and I think they're trying to do it because I mean I think Fred is still going to be here. And I think that he has a perfect role. Honestly, the minus him starting and closing, it seems like they already groomed him for that role. And I think that if it get to it, the way I see it, how the team gets laid out next season, if and there's a lot of this is dependent on the ball hand because a man and Jalen their ball handling is not.
Needs to be better.
Yeah, it needs to be way better for them to be like a contender and be the backcourt. Like they got to get way better. But but the way I see it is like you start off if in the ideal world be Jalen and Amen as 1 and 2. If Dylan's probably still there, but in the future you want to upgrade that position too. Um, with the Tari health thing, I would say put Tari Eason in there, but I don't know what's going on with him. So I don't know, bro. So I'm gonna just keep him on the bench right now. And then I think if you're gonna make a trade, that small forward is where you bring in a shooter like the Cam Johnson or one of them just cold movement shooters that's long, got good height on them, and fits right in. So you get Jalen, man, that's a big backcourt. You get a 6'7" ish shooter at the three. You get Jabari and Shangoon, and that's your starters. And I think you do damage with that. Then when you go to your bench units, I think the difference when Fred ain't starting is that you can bring Fred in and Shangoon to be kind of that pick and roll on the bench. So have LP go after some of them backup fives and whatnot in his time. And then, you kind of sprinkle in the bench from here and there. You get a little bit of Reed, a little bit of, Jalen and Shangoon. Maybe they do a little something with the sec. So I think that's the framework I see, bro. I think like a lot of people, I said this like 2 videos ago, people trying to like every time a player get hurt, the knee jerk reaction is to, oh man, we got to replace him, or
Right.
he's the reason we're doing good. Like we're like, bro, we was a 2 seed when Jabari got hurt, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's his fault.
It's his fault.
Like ain't nothing happened, bro. We just keep chugging along, bro. We's the same team that if we just took care of business against was it Minnesota and Miami, we probably we still wouldn't be 1 seed, but we'd have 2 more wins. And
Yeah.
honestly, some of these games would have been much easier with Jabari playing.
Mhm.
So I don't know why that's always the reaction to find blame on somebody when they down and say, oh, that's the. I mean, you really can't do it this time because the team is just chugging along. I honestly think that um, a man needs a Jabari. Like we need a shooter, bro. Some of the worst lineups we have is when he out there with Shangoon and another bad shooter. That just doesn't work. It makes it hard on everybody. So it just
Mhm.
makes the game. So I think that right now, the lineups that they got going is really dependent on where we win and lose. Like, Ime almost lost the game with a certain lineup that he had out there. I forgot what it was, but it was bad. And he has to bring in the Jalen. I think he brought in Jalen and maybe Cam or Dylan, somebody like that. And they came in, they kind of sold up the game, but this was a real feel good win, man. One of them wins where you reflect on how you even got here, bro. We've been a bad team for so long. People don't even know how to win anymore, bro. Like this is we the like we could still. I think if like assuming deterioration and injuries, I think we still finish out outright a playoff team, like just
Right.
outright. And then, you know, you just never know, bro. The seasons, I think our success in the playoffs is going to be so seed based. Who we match up on the first round, there is a path to us getting to the Western Conference Finals, just depending on who we match up with. That's literally what it's going to come down to. We can get a bad matchup and bounce in the first round. There's some teams that will whoop us outright. Like if we see the Warriors, I don't give a damn what seed they are. They're going to beat us. They got too much experience. I think that'll be a good one. They probably end up winning. But
it's just because they size always.
They are, over a 7-game series. That probably wear down on you.
Yeah, they size is just huge.
I think Golden State, bro. I think they'll probably get it. I think Denver, they got the pedigree. I think OKC is a bad matchup for us over again. I think them 3 teams. If I had to say, like, I don't want to see them, it would be Warriors, OKC, and Denver.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Lakers first round.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be a good series. I wouldn't mind seeing
Dallas. 6. I think it'll go 6.
6 maybe. Lakers.
Yeah, with the Lakers.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I can't see LeBron losing to us and AD. Now, I think bro, the playoffs are a whole different animal. Some of these old heads out here faking like they can turn it on for like 4 or 5 games. So you're gonna have a AD masterclass for like 3 games. LeBron probably give you 2 or 3 games. And like I'll be telling people, like these veteran teams, like some of the 7th and 8th seed right now, bro, they just chilling, bro. They already know how this it's a marathon with this NBA season. So I think we running. My biggest fear, bro, honestly, is what I said, is that we playing so hard right now, trying to win every game, that we crash out.
We got that heart. We're gonna have that Harden syndrome.
Yes, remember he couldn't turn it off, bro.
He's so hard in
40 minutes on a back-to-back. Yeah.
Come playoffs, his legs is just gone.
Yeah,
especially deep in the playoffs, his legs just gone.
But we got youth though, so we'll see.
Yeah, like I said, I think on paper, right, we can beat a lot of these teams. We can beat Kurt. Kurt? What's wrong with you?
What did Kurt do?
Sir, what's up?
Look at this picture.
Man, I'm just showing some love to our roster.
Let me see what the boy got.
Man, it don't look. It just don't look right. Who is that? Fred VanVleet and who?
Look like what's that one dude?
What you mean who? That's Ime, bro.
Why Ime look so?
Why they so close and hugging like that, bro?
Why Fred arms?
Because these are the 2 guys who brought us from second worst in the West to 2nd seed in the West, buddy.
It just don't. Man, it's just giving me the wrong vibe right now. I just looked over and I see this, like, who is these 2 dudes hugging?
In a lot.
What is you doing? Kurt, man, you wild.
AI is a curse, man.
He got me. He threw me all the way off, man. He threw me all the way off. Yeah, but like I was saying, I think just on paper. What you say, bro?
Sorry for interrupting you. I gotta go. Good night.
All right, Kurt. You take it easy, man. Yeah, man. I mean, like you say, I think it is a lot of seeding that not only our styles that we have played, but most of these other teams are battle tested. Mavericks battle tested, Denver battle tested, Lakers battle tested, Warriors battle tested, Sacramento to some extent. At least they've been there before, battle tested. Now they done been to the Western Conference Finals before, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just don't have that cachet yet. We don't have that under our belt yet. And I just think over a 7-game series, it just might you'll just probably end up seeing the difference in these are the new kids on the block. These guys been there before, and then you'll see the gap like closing like games at the end. That's when it really, really matters if you've been there before and the light's not too bright. You know what I'm saying? So I just think we making the playoffs outright is gonna be a dub for me. And I'm just gonna be happy with that this year.
Same. Yeah, I'm with that. I think that like I keep people undervaluing the playoff loss itself is a part of the process to becoming a contender. Like you have to go through that, because it forces it's going to expose everything about your team. So when they go into the playoff, even if they win around, like the loss is like prerequisite to get into that next level. Because what the coaches, the opposing coach is going to do is whatever is the weakest thing that we got. Every player that's what you're gonna have to experience for the entire series. So if you don't like, double team Shangu and you turn the ball over off double teams, guess what you're gonna see? Hella double teams. Jalen, you don't like being trapped, they're gonna trap you all night. You know what I mean? Certain players don't like, being guarded by long defenders. That's what you're gonna. So whatever your
Yeah.
weakness is gonna be like put on blast. And what it'll make players do is I got to get in the lab and find a counter to this. And that's really kind of the back and forth that it takes to break through to a championship is like every year you go in, they do something to you, you counter it, then they might come back with something else. And then you just keep going back and like, okay, we going to fix this to the point where you go through a run where you just got that magic when nobody can stop that team. It's like destiny where we got all the
Right.
answers. So it's just part of the steps. I think somebody said it earlier. We are way to me. I think so far, like in this season so far, we're ahead of schedule, and that's why I don't think that they're going to make any major moves, even at the deadline. Like what moves, unless they want to go chips in. But I'm looking at it from a from money standpoint. There's really no point in trying to push your chips in when you winning on the low. So
Yeah.
why raise your bill just to do what? You ain't, OKC's the 1 seed, you the 2 seed. So really not much we could do at this point, but just keep rolling what we got. So I think that's what they're gonna do.
For sure. Let me get a couple of these super chats in. Devin95 says, I think our death lineup is Jalen, A-Man, Dylan, Bari, and LP. Jalen would have to be lead ball. I ain't gonna hold you. He's starting to do better, but we still see where he need work at. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen tonight, if we can get this version of Jalen tonight, which probably not gonna happen. I seen at least when he was getting doubled and trapped, and he was at least looking for it, and he was at least seeing it, and he was at least trying to make the right pass. But the lack of his ball handling, like, only allowed him to do so much. You know what I'm saying? So if he get to working on that and he just start punishing, making that right pass every time, and his ball handle get just a little bit tighter, I can see it, but that's still, I say, at least 2 years away, if you ask me. Frank, what you think about that?
Hey,
That
hold on
lineup?
real quick, bro. Hold on, sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I go to the next super chat. Devin95 says, I'm going to a playoff game for sure. Yeah, you about to spend some bread.
All right, what was the question space you asked talking about Jalen and his
Well, yeah.
development? Yeah.
The death lineup, he says is Jalen, A-Man, Dylan, Bari, and LP. But Jalen would have to be the lead ball handler.
I think like it just depends on how the team is playing him. I think that he doesn't need to be the lead ball handler, but I like to get him into action early. Like you could have somebody else bring the ball up. And I guess in that lineup, he'd probably be the best ball handler. Because I'm not sure what a man look like if they try to pressure him full court. And Jalen still struggles with the full court pressure. He almost had a 60-second violation late in the game. So I think in most regular season games, yeah. But I still think we need a point guard. Or Jalen and Amen just needs to get their handles tighter. But if Reed can actually, turn into some, he could help with some of those late game situations where Amen is playing the three and Reed will come in. But I think the main thing with JG, he's a shooting guard. You want it to be able to handle, like, he doesn't have to bring the ball up. So he can
Mhm.
he can just walk and let somebody bring the ball up, even if it's an Aaron Holiday, just anybody on a warm body that could dribble, and then give him the ball and get out the way. You feel me? Or get into your
Yeah.
action. and let him get into his pick and roll. Like, and unless it's a transition opportunity, then I like him with the ball because he gets that he gets up the court fast. So, I mean, these are just things. Everybody has holes in their game, especially at their age. So it's not a finished product. You're not going to see anybody's final version at this point. That's why it's just so that's why I be telling people, like, a lot of people react up and down to these players because they don't know what they're looking at. Some people want to trade everybody at some point, and it's like, bro, these dudes is 22. Like, you're not going to see what they look like. So what you have to see is, okay, what are they doing well right now? What are the gaps that they have in their games, and how feasible is it for them to fill those gaps? If it's ball handling, that's not really that hard to fill in. If it's a guy that needs to work on his free throws or 3-point shooting, a guy that needs to work on his touch or how to, to me, the hardest things, my deal breakers for players is processing and like being selfish. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, if you're a selfish player, that's really hard to shake off because that's a personality trait, in my opinion. That's not a skill. So anything else like a player has, any of our players, they're gonna get better at it. Everybody. Like, if you give anybody enough time and repetition and experience, they're gonna improve. So if they doing this right now, like, I don't want to trade Jabari. Like, why would I trade Jabari? Jabari is 21. And he's a starting power forward in the league, bro. He's 21 years old, bro. We're probably
Yeah.
gonna get him on the low when we sign him. Like, what does he look like 4 years from now? Like, how does his body look? What is his shot profile? How does his defense look? How many defenses has he seen? How many different types of coverages has he seen where he can anticipate? And think that for anybody. How many coverages Jalen's going to see 2-3 years from now? Or Şengün? How many triple teams and double teams? And they're going to get to the point, bro, where, and they haven't reached it yet because they're just, Ime is pretty much, was year one was like a new rookie year for all of them. They're going to get to the point where their reads are going to be subconscious, bro.
Yeah.
Where it's they don't even think
It's
about
just
it.
natural.
It's natural. Eye contact. Okay, they cut when we're not even there yet. Okay, see, damn near there. They getting there. Like, they really ahead of us. But when they get to that point, bro, like, then they could, all their talents could really come out because you can't really, everybody thinking. You could see Jalen think. You could see Şengün trying to think, like, should I pass? Should I attack? You can see Jalen, do I want to take this shot? You can see, everybody's out there trying not to mess up. And you see every time they mess up, they look at Ime.
Right.
everybody,
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
even the vets.
And he may be looking at them like, you did that, not me.
He cussing under his breath.
Like, bro, you did that. I didn't tell you to do
That boy
that.
cuss under his breath every play.
Yeah. Hey, another thing people don't realize is we got all these players that we drafted that we can sign on their bird rights. So, like, people keep saying we're gonna have to get rid of somebody. We're gonna have to look. We was under the salary cap for the past like 6 years straight. You know what I mean? Timmy Fertitta has saved a buttload of money over these past 6 years. It's
I don't
not
know
gonna hurt
about that.
him.
You seen how empty that stadium was them years, man?
Well, true, was it true? But I mean, while he been making money,
But I get what you
and
mean, yeah.
all the guys that we can sign on their bird rights, if they keep developing, they keep growing, and we can sign them. It's not like people keep saying we have to get rid of somebody. We don't have to get rid of nobody. We already got cap room to spare with our expiring contracts and stuff like that, and ancillary pieces that we got. And then, like you say, the players that haven't been getting starting minutes or that been hurt, we're gonna get them on team friendly deals. I'm pretty sure players who haven't produced up to the draft number, like Jabari, probably gonna get him on a little friendly deal. And still, we still got all the they all bird rights players, so we'll be able to sign them regardless. So there's no reason to really trade nobody if we producing at this level, because if you look at, like they were saying, what was the word they kept using? The phases. We're in phase one. Oh, we're in phase
Yeah.
two now. We're ahead of the game in the phase. It wasn't expected for us to be top two team this year. We was expecting to be 6 seed, into the playoff, good into the playoff, maybe bounced out in the first round. And to be honest, here's something I didn't address. Um, I think Aaron made a good point. I was kind of glad that he went before me because he made a great point that I've been thinking about. Denver last year, we beat them all 3 games. I think we beat them all 3 games last year, and we beat them this year.
Nah, we ain't
Memphis, we
played
beat.
Denver. We ain't played Denver yet.
We ain't played Denver yet at all.
No, not that I
Yeah, we
remember.
played them.
Not that I don't remember
No, I don't
playing
think
them yet.
so. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I know we beat them. We beat them. We beat them. We won a series against them last year. You know, and we beat Memphis 3 times this year. The Lakers have problems with us when we play up. When we play like we supposed to. The Warriors is really, to me, our biggest challenge because they have so many actions that if you don't stay attached to your man and your defensive scheme ain't exact, the shooter's just gonna kill you if they're making shots. I think that's really our biggest challenge on the West because of how well all they are when they cooking. But I mean, I haven't seen a team that came out and beat us in a series in the past 2 years, really, other than the Warriors. And I mean, you know, so I don't think in a 7 game series that we're at, that we at some kind of deficit skill wise. Maybe mentally we are. Maybe teams that are, got veteran leadership on their team. Maybe they outthink us. Maybe their coach is better than our coach in the playoff, which I don't know how that's going to be true. So I mean, I actually see us getting to the Western Conference Finals and facing up against OKC.
Well,
And
I see what you mean, and I hope that happened because I think us against OKC Western Conference Finals will be so lit. But you gotta take into account that we're not playing teams off of back to back. We seen this team for a week and a half, like 2 weeks straight. They're gonna know all our play. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna know all our actions. They're gonna know all our shot profiles. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a different animal. Like anything from the regular season, I don't carry it over to the playoffs because
see,
you just playing the same team, and that's all they got to focus on is you. They ain't got to worry about focusing you, then flying, getting on the plane, and then going to Toronto to another, a whole nother city and or country.
but
You know what I'm
here,
saying?
here's the strength of what Aaron was saying that I think that I find to be true. You come in and you game plan for Shangoon because he's our supposed to be our best player, and then if Jalen has a good game, he cooks you. Okay, you come in, you say, "Oh, we got to stop Jalen," and then Dylan Brooke cooks you. So I mean, and then when you say, "Okay, we got a game plan for Shangoon," and when Shangoon get the ball, we're gonna hedge, on the strong side or whatever side Jalen on. Okay, now you do that, and then I'm gonna come in the game and he backdooring you, pause. You know what I mean? So it's so
Yeah,
it's so much it's
yeah. If
so
I
much that we can
guarantee
throw
you,
at you.
I guarantee you that stuff don't. It sound good, I promise. But
Yeah,
in real life, you know what a coach gonna say? They gonna dare
they're gonna make
all
you
that
to
stuff
beat
you
them.
just said. They
It's
gonna
theirs to
they
make shots.
yeah they gonna
Yeah,
pray that that's how you think because their game plan is they stop Shangoon and hope and they just pray as a Rockets fan that Jalen can average 40 in a playoff series. That's basically what if I was a coach I'd do that. I just read a tweet from Taylor Jenkins said they threw a lot at Jalen and you just tip your cap to him. Like, what I mean? They might make in-game adjustments to players being hot, but to me, the read on the Rockets is once you clog up that paint, dare them shoot.
yeah.
And that's
And the
it. That's
thing,
pretty
and
much
the
it.
right, and the thing is, like, if I want my lead ball handler, one thing I don't want his weakness to be is dribbling. Like he can have a bad, shooting. He's not the best rebounder. He's not the most athletic. I don't want my lead ball handler main hole in his game is dribbling because those turnovers are just killer. The turnovers is just gonna hurt you from anybody, not just Jalen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
bro.
have that same problem if it was our man. I just don't want my lead ball handler to have his weaknesses dribbling. You know what I'm? That's just not a good recipe
And
for.
it's it's gonna come down to shot making at the end of the day. And I
Yeah,
think that's where I'm worried about us is that if we face a team that got a shot maker, can we get a consistent shot making from any of our players on a night to night basis? And it's going to be a lot of half court basketball. As we see, no matter what the team is, even the Warriors in their peak and prime, um, in the playoffs, they slow down. Like you got to go get a bucket, and a lot of their struggles. The reason they went after KD was because of that fact that even if you have a well-oiled machine, most playoff games turn into isolation bouts between your best player and their mismatch, and that's
Yeah.
really what it comes down to. Whose mismatch is the weakest, and whoever like which weakest link is going to break first on the other team because they're going to hunt. If they're going to attack Şengün in the pick and roll, we're going to see how good that defense improves because he going to have to guard it, and they're going to put their best player on him in isolation. If they think his Fred is too small and they want to bully him with a LeBron or a bigger wing or a guard, Fred going to have to strap up in the paint. Same thing with Jalen. If they think he's small and can't guard their best ball handler, so that's really is going to be a cat and mouse of is your best action. Now, I just don't know if one, I don't trust our consistency from any of our players on a night in, night out basis. The way I see us beating the team in the playoffs is if we get a matchup that they really don't have any clear advantages over us. There are certain teams that when we play them, they really don't have no go-to actions that we force them into tough shots, even if it's them trying to pick on Şengün. At least he can, stay in front and just make them shoot a contested jumper. I'll live with that. But there's some like I said, the Warriors, bro. That machine gonna keep buzzing. Win,
And
lose, draw, bro. They gonna keep cutting and slipping,
yeah.
and that's a lot of pressure, bro.
And even to your point, the only reason why our 2018 Rockets had a chance with the Warriors is we got them out of those actions. And they just have the one of the best one-on-one players ever in KD. It literally came down to one-on-ones because our defense that year was stellar. And we matched up well with them. But we had they had a 7-foot freak that could shoot over everybody. Because Steph, he wasn't just
Steph
killing us
was
like that.
bad in the playoffs for a
Yeah,
while.
he wasn't even killing us like that. It was just KD. They had so much offensive power. KD and Sean Livingston, that's who really hurt us the most in doing those. But they was just one-on-one players. You know what I'm saying? 6-man coming off the bench. He's 6'9" point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just like Sean Livingston. The people don't understand how key he was to them going on that run. But they had when all the actions break down, they had KD. That's just one piece we just couldn't cover for, and we still almost beat them. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to come down to one-on-one play and how consistent your best player is taking taking they guy to the hole, and they were just a little better than us. So that's how the
And,
playoffs
and
end up
sadly, it's easier to double from the interior than the perimeter.
in the perimeter. Yeah,
Like I could double a big man because but here's the thing though. When you double a big man, you're supposed to punish that with a three. And
exactly.
that's really what the tension's gonna be. That's why you hear people say we need a shooter. We need a shooter. Um, I just think a team we beat in the playoffs, we gonna clamp them on defense. Like that's our recipe. Make it the game ugly, slow it down, just play real, just nasty defense, and just try to out hustle, get in transition, and if we have to make some shots down late, we do it. But I still think there are ways away from that level. But I honestly think if we get the right matchup, we could sneak into a conference championship. Like not to win it, but like just sneak in there and just see what we could do. You know
We
what I
need
mean?
to muddy the waters. We gotta mucky it up because they do allow you to play a little bit rougher in the playoffs, and I think our style lends to that playoff type of brand of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because we rough and we come with force and we grab and we hold and we do all of this little ticky tack stuff that usually on a Wednesday night it's gonna frustrate. And the it depends on the referees. Are they gonna let you play that way? But then usually across the board during the playoffs, that's they let you get away with all that little stuff because they they kind of want to eliminate the ref's influence as much as possible, unless it's rigged like 2018 Game 7, but that's a different story. I got let me get some of these super chats. Najee said, "Good to see the shop up and running again. Peace, Frank, and Space. Rock is back in business. It's great to watch. Appreciate you, bro. Much love to you, Najee." Devin95 says, "Mavs, us, and San Antonio will be competing for the next dynasty." I don't know how open the Mavs window is, truthfully. I know they got Luka, he's still fairly young, but Kyrie, he's aging. He ain't that Kyrie that was LeBron back in the day. And they team, I don't, it's still kind of a mixed up roster. I don't think they where they want to be either as far as their roster construction. But San Antonio possibly, if they make the right moves with these draft picks, they're gonna end up getting. Anybody got anything to say on that?
Now I would just say that, you know, holding on to that Phoenix pick could definitely be the tail of the tape as far as our dynasty goes, because you know they kept saying last year, "Oh, this draft don't got talent. This draft don't got talent," and then we snuck out of there with Reed Shepard, and obviously Donovan Clingan and Zach Edey gonna be a big addition to the teams that they own. You know, Alex Saw, if he ever coming to his own, or he gonna end up being Jordan Hill, we don't know. Um, but next year's draft is significantly better than this year's draft, and obviously, we don't got a lot of space for young players to develop. But if one of those impact players come available in the draft, and we got Phoenix draft pick, and Phoenix draft pick could be anywhere next year, and we got that swap, you know, that could be that could be significant for us to take that draft pick, or if they want to start rebuilding, then we got that draft pick to trade. So I think, yeah, we definitely could be a dynasty. I'm like you about the Mavs. They got a couple of young players, but I don't think they the dynasty to really look at. I think Minnesota's going to end up tanking sooner or later to get Anthony Edwards some more young players, because they still got a good core. They need one or two young pieces to actually start to build on, to actually start building them a dynasty. So I think that's really the team to watch for as far as the dynasty goes. But I think it's between us and San Antonio, because obviously Victor Wembanyama is going to be Wamba Wamba is going to be a dynasty by himself. So um, yeah, I'm liking the way our team is set up, and I know everybody's saying, we don't need no this and that, we don't need no this and that, but we at a position to where it's hard to make a bad move at this point. The only way you can make a bad move is if you get rid of some of our players and lose what we have for something that don't pan out. That'll be the wrong move. But taking another young player that can develop is not, to me, it's not going to be a bad move.
We already got a young player that's griping over time, and we got one in the G League, a top 3 pick in the G League. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's consolidation time. If we get that pick consolidated, a young player or somebody gonna have to go with it, and few of our other picks that we got, and consolidate them.
So you saying if one of the top 3 picks in the draft, you wouldn't take one of those? You wouldn't take a Cooper Flag if he fell? Let's say he fell to number 3 and we had the number 3 pick. You wouldn't take a Cooper Flag?
I think I'd take Coop.
That's what I'm saying.
I probably would.
Either one of those top 3 picks could be that good.
I think if we was to get Cooper Flag, his floor is probably higher than any other draft pick we already got. You know what I'm saying? That's just.
What do you mean? Any draft pick on the team?
Yeah, that we got on the team right now.
I don't know. I think a man,
yeah, he's different, but this is second year. He was pretty
good.
He
was doing his thing as a rookie.
Yeah, he was doing
bro. I think I'm done on the whole rookie. Like, oh yeah, this is just a different game in the league, bro. Like, I think Cooper is going to be great. I don't personally see generational.
Nah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think he'll be a great. He'll be a good NBA player, but I don't see the all around facilitating game for me to think he's generational, and he doesn't have like the measurables to say like he's a Wemby or somebody like that. So I mean, he's good size and everything, but it's not like, if he's like what's the boy on Orlando, Franz Wagner.
Yeah, that's
I play.
exactly who I was thinking about.
But even Franz is like a prodigy. He don't get enough love. That dude's a 6'9" point guard basically.
Yeah.
That's a forward. So I don't know. I think if anything, the Rockets have taught us is that you can't get too high too low on these dudes coming in, bro. Shout out to Risha.
Yeah, man. Oh man, it's right at the midnight, man. Gonna go ahead and shut it down. We've been on 2+ hours already. I mean, how many we done won in a row? What, four in a row we done won?
I'm not. I know 3 for sure.
I think it's 3 or 4 we done won in a row. But yeah, man, I'm just enjoying the ride for the most part. I gotta entertain the future just because those thoughts are always lingering in the back of our mind. But for like the here and now, I'm gravy. Bro. I don't fans act like we didn't just go through hell for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, do you see where we had number 2 pick? Number 2 in the West. I'm ecstatic with where we at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just enjoying the ride. I think we're just gonna have to cross those bridges when we come to it. Wait and see, consolidate our picks and our young players, and see what star come available. Because you just never know. It could be a 3-month period, and somebody's gonna be disgruntled. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to just trade no one just for the sake of trading them. Like we number 2 pick. Number 2 in the West. So the ideal world is we keep them together. Somebody become a star, whether it's Jalen or Shangoon. I think Shangoon is more probably on track. Jalen, he got his spots here and there, but if we can get some form of this Jalen from here on out, then we never know where we'll be at in a couple of seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like Frank said, go in the off season, add something else to their bag. They get better. No one has even reached nearly their full potential yet. We still young. We winning off of grit and grind. Can't shoot. We just winning off of heart right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just riding it out. I'm riding it out. Frank or EF, y'all got any parting words?
Nah, man. Good to have you back, bro.
For sure, man. They was killing me with them 12s. They was killing me at the job with them 12s, man. I hate 12s. But EF, what you got, bro? EF, you at work right now? You punching that clock, EF? Yeah, EF gone. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all for coming by, man. You came back, EF?
Oh yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
You
you
can hear
now.
me?
Yeah, just
Okay. Now I'm just saying, good to hear you guys' voices, man. Obviously, I'm like you, man. We riding it out, and it's always, good to talk about the future. What might come of everything, but ultimately, is this the moment we all been waiting for? We all, I mean, for as far as me, I've been waiting to have a conversation that was about positivity, and it's not about, who can we trade or what do we need to do. It's already been done, man. So now we just, you know, positive hopes about how things gonna go in the playoff, good games, and watching these guys develop and just really, relishing in the moment, man. And I'm glad to see everybody playing well. Hope Torres situation work out. Hope they don't rush Jabari back, and good to be a Rocket right now.
already. CSGs, man. We all we got. Man, I want to give another shout out to my boy, Third Coast, for dropping that whole C note in there. And everybody else that did some super chats, man. We appreciate all the support. It goes to a good to back into the channel. All the support y'all give, man. So it's much love, much appreciated. We appreciate it. From the bottom of our hearts. I know me and Frank, we really appreciate it. So happy y'all still sticking with us from these 4 rough years when we was coming here talking about 5 silence. Trade everybody. We suck, and now look at us now, man. We told Frank, didn't we tell him it'll be days like this, right? We told him just
Yeah,
hang in there with us.
I didn't know if it was gonna be this quick, but I mean, it's good. It's good to be here. It's so crazy to think. I seen a post somebody put on Twitter. It was a KPJ Instagram post that said, "All you need is Scoot." It was from like 4 years ago, and had him and a bunch of the guys. And I don't know if we won a game. I was like, "Damn, we came a long way."
A long way, man. Yep. So from the chop shop, man, just sit back, enjoy the ride, bro. We in here, man. We got us a good solid team, man, and we coming, man. We coming. So I'm gonna be up out of here, man. Appreciate Frank for coming through. EF, it's always a pleasure. Aaron, John Trey, 6C Charlie, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Y'all make these streams what it is. We're gonna be up out of here. One love. Let's go, Houston Rockets. Let's keep this thing going.